Right. So, good morning, friends. Please share, share, share. Welcome to the Health Gospel. Thank you so much for joining. Today is a beautiful Saturday morning, and I'm here with three great women, who we are going to be talking to. All of us will be sharing together. Me, you, yourselves, and smile, you're on camera. Me, you, yourselves, and the three wonderful ladies. I'm going to tell you about them in a minute. These are powerful ladies, I call them in quotes, who have something that I think the world should hear, something that I think they're so passionate about. And the topic for today is a woman's place in the society. And tomorrow in Britain and Nigeria is Mother's Day. And what a day to talk about women, because we're here to really speak about women and women role and who we are. And that is why we're here today. We have Topsy Gift, who we all know in the family. Topsy is she's an author. She's passionate about women, all the ills that have been done to women, and this is driven her to write a book. Oh, I am a woman, I am human. And she is so passionate about being a woman and knowing who you are. And this is what she's all about: womanhood, not all the abuse that women have been through. And she's saying, listen, we will not continue like this. So we have Topsy in the house. We have Elizabeth. I know, what can I say about Elizabeth? Elizabeth is somebody who will say, oh, she's just odd. Oh, why is she talking about this topic? But she is somebody who knows what she's on about. She knows her substance. She stands by it. She gives you points. And at the end of the day, you say, really? She has a point there. She knows what she's talking about. That is the woman we have in the house today, Elizabeth. And we have Choma. I've listened to Choma speak. Sometimes I might not be live with her, but I listen to her videos. And there's something about her, about when she sees women being abused. There's something I see in her. It brings out some passion, not anger, but passion to say, why should we continue being abused? Why should a woman, because of marriage, be abused? Why should, because of the title Mrs., you become less of a human being? And this is the three women we have in the house today. And we're going to be talking about a woman's role in the society. What is my place in the society? What is my place in the community? What is my place in the world? Why was I created? And Topsy, I'm going to come to you. You know more about, you've written a book, I Am a Woman. Who is a woman? Why are we here? Why are we women? Why am I female, not male? Who is a woman?
Hello, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here today. Thank you so much, Dr. Ivy. I'm so privileged to be here today. Just like Dr. Ivy said, my name is Topsy Gift. I'm the author of the book titled I'm a Woman, I'm a Human. According to Wikipedia, a woman is a female human being. But looking at the biblical perspective, I would say that a woman is a female human made in an image and likeness of God. And why is she on earth? To exploit, to create, to dominate, to rule over her world, to bring the change that she was called to bring. God knew that there was going to be a fall, and there were, from the fall, there were going to be problems and sicknesses and diseases and too many things that's going to plague the earth. God, God prepared a special species called the woman, to bring solution to different spheres of life. So defining the womanhood, it's too little, as in there's no definition that can qualify who a woman truly is, because she's beyond dictionary's definition. She is so much. she's just too much, because she is the image of God. She is, his likeness. So imagine defining God himself. Imagine defining his likeness. So it's like the book is going to be endless. You're going to run out of books trying to define who God is, because she is the embodiment of God. So it's just too much to talk about. So that's the few things I would have to talk about the woman.
Right. So a woman is a creation of God. And I think he's packaged us really, really, I don't know how to describe it, a beautiful package. And it's like onions. The more you're peeling, the more layers is in. We just deep and deep. The more you open us up, the more things are coming out. And that is beautiful to know that a woman is somebody who God has taken time to create. That is so beautiful. Choma, now, what is then our place in the society? Why are we here on earth? What is our place? Are we just here to grow up and get married, have children, and die? And then we have children around the burial ground, cry, mommy has died. Oh, mommy was a beautiful woman. Is that what we are created for?
Wow. I love to talk about women. I'm so happy I'm a woman. I don't know who is watching this program today. If you're a woman, you should really be excited that God made you a woman, because you're a female side of God. You are the female representative of God, and He has put everything in you to function just like Him. There is nothing limiting you. There is nothing limiting us. So what I think, women, we just need to understand ourselves better, to understand ourselves from the position of the fact that God put himself in us and has given us everything we need to rule in this world. So if we're talking about the place of a woman, I remember when our president, when there was this issue there was on social media. He said the woman, his wife, belonged to the kitchen, to the bedroom, and to the other room, and this created a whole lot of problem. Women were agitating. Please, the woman does not belong to any of these places. I have also listened to a preacher, Chris Oyakilome, some of his videos, where he said that the woman was created for the man. I don't subscribe to that. These are the things that have confused our women today. We don't belong to any of those places. We are made for God. We have been brought here. We've been sent here on an assignment. You know that when the purpose is known, you become abused. And that's what I see happening in our society today. Our women are being abused because they don't even understand their role, their place in this world, not to talk of fitting into the society. So what I think that, women, we need to come to the point of understanding of who we are, because you can't even talk about fitting into your place if you don't understand who you are, who God has created you to be. You don't understand that you have been given an assignment. You don't understand that you're here to do a work. You're here to live for your maker. You're here to do a work for God. This is the most important thing. We're not just here to populate this world. I was checking the population figures. I thought we were still on 7 billion, and I was shocked that we are hitting 8 billion. If we have produced 8 billion people in our world today, please, have we not done well? So why should a woman define herself by whether she's been married, whether she's been able to produce a child? I don't think that's what God meant when he said we should go and multiply and replenish this earth. I think he had much more for us than just populating the world. Okay, fine. We have achieved population. But now these human beings that we brought into the world, there is a lot of things that we need to do to make sure that the people are comfortable and they are happy. And this is where we come in. So in saying that, it means that a woman has no limitation. We are supposed to fill up the earth. We are supposed to fill up the air. We are supposed to fill up the seas. God said we should take charge of all these locations. That means there is nothing limiting any woman. I remember when I was young, I was trying to choose a course to study in school. My parents were saying, you study medicine, you're so intelligent. And I said I wanted to study engineering. And my father said, engineering is not for women. It's not the field for women. And I know a lot of young people have been told that today by their parents, that there are certain professions that are not meant for them. A woman is supposed to be teaching so that she'll go to work by 8 o'clock, come back by 12 noon, and attend to the children. I don't think that's just all we're here to do. Everything, we have conditioned the mind of the woman to accept that the reason she's existing is just to live for children and for the men. I think that God put us here for much more than that. And that is what I think, we need to correct through this video today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, you've said it all. God cannot just create a creature like a woman and put so much in her just to be in the kitchen cooking and raising children. I think that would have been limiting God. I think we've sort of limited him to believe that he created us women. So the way we are, the ways we think, we can do 5 things in one. We can think like 7 things and we are still in the same position. And God put that so much in us just to be in the kitchen, cooking and raising children. I don't think so. So Elizabeth, I hear people say, if you're not a woman, they've defined us from the time we were born. They've defined us to believe you are, even in your house, like with brothers, they define you to be, you're the one walking, you're the one cleaning, you're the one doing everything. They define you, the way you sit, they define you. What is wrong with the woman? What is wrong with the woman? Why are we not taking our place?
Okay. Thank you everyone who has spoken. Well done, ladies. Well done, ladies. Thank you, Dr. Heidi, for the warm introduction. Yes, everyone knows that I'm a feminist, so I'm always about women. So thank you so much for everyone who's joined to listen. Basically, Dr. Heidi, I think that one of our biggest problems is ignorance. One of the most it's not even a problem for women, it's a problem of the world. But in regards to the topic that we're talking about today, it is the lack of awareness of what the woman carries. You see, in Africa, let me tell you something about Nigeria. The woman's strength is considered, a woman that is strong in Nigeria is defined a troublemaker. A woman that wants to say, I have a peace of mind, I have something to offer, that has an opinion. So, for example, let's say they were constructing a building and a woman goes there and says, the leg is a bit bent. A man will come and say, but you can still use it. What is this woman's problem? See, the thing is, it becomes, what is her problem? She's seen as a troublemaker. A woman is considered, like Sister Choma said, someone that belongs in the kitchen and the other rooms. We are a woman is not seen as someone with a purpose. The woman's role in life in Africa is regarded as someone that is coming to marry, someone that is made for the man, just as Chris Oyakhilome said. Women are told as soon as you're born, you're already being prepared to become somebody's wife. You're already being taught how to cook. You're already being taught how to clean. You're already becoming out a slave. You're already being taught to become a slave. You're being taught how to cater for the man's ego. So you spend your whole life learning how to cater for a man that when he comes into the marriage, he doesn't even have the clue about life. He doesn't know how to even wash his own clothes. A man that cannot wash his own clothes, that cannot cook his own food, how is he going to head a home? And then they give them this mentality that you're a king. Somebody's coming to take care of you. So the woman slaves her whole life, thinking that I belong in the kitchen and the other room. So a woman that has an opinion in Nigeria is not seen as a woman. What is hindering us is the system, it is society, it is culture, it is religion, and it is ignorance. It is the system, the society. The people themselves don't understand the role of the woman. I think I was sharing that, I went to a church. I remember visiting Nigeria. I visited a church in Nigeria, and I visited a church, a friend's church, and they were doing Mother's Day. It was a Mother's Day, and it was time to give the mothers presents, and they decided, the women should take a line, they should form a queue, come to the front, and you get a present. And do you know what they were giving the women? They were giving them spoons. They were giving them spoons for cooking. They were giving them pots for cooking. I'm thinking, these are women. We have the books. there's some Ellen Keller books, buy things, encourage the women, teach them about passion, enroll them to some classes, teach them some basic skills, IT skills, teach them how to make glasses, teach them how to make mirrors, creams, how to be, how to be able to use creativity, bring in women of honor, of passion. Tell them, sitting down with a woman for 3 hours to teach them about how to be something of passion is better than giving them spoon. It's better than giving them pots. But because that is how the woman is seen, and a woman as well has gotten comfortable. A woman has gotten comfortable in that role. We are so comfortable taking the back role. Women will fight against women, trying to tell them that you have a voice, trying to tell them that you don't need to be married. Marriage does not define you. That is not why you're on this earth. You did not come to this earth just to come and be a biomass, just to come and give birth to a child, just to come and have children. So you can dream too. A woman that is daring to dream in Africa is seen as a woman that is arrogant. That is why women are not even taken seriously. They're just seen as this. I was saying the other day to a friend that if a woman should get beaten by her husband in Nigeria and the man kills her, the man will probably get away with it. He will probably get away with killing her. Why is that? Because the woman is like, for your husband to kill is like, what is the big deal? Is it not they will even say they cannot find autopsy. There was one recently we saw in Ghana. The man killed the wife. Until today, they still can't find any evidence to say that this is why she died. The guy's father is like the top security officers of the police in Ghana. And the guy killed his wife. And when they, the whole thing happened. Now the woman is dead and gone. The guy killed her, got rid of her from this earth. And he's not going to get, punished for it. He's not going to, nobody's going to reprehend him from it. Nobody's going to say that, oh, it's the one that did it or charge him to court or do anything. He's going to get away with it. The family have been making like loud noises since February saying that, oh, their daughter was killed by her husband, but nobody's taking them seriously. That's how it is in Africa. A woman's life is nothing. A woman is told you don't have a vision. A woman doesn't even know she has a vision until the day she marries. Now, a woman that does not marry, so a woman basically is raised to see that our own vision is our husband's vision. So if you want to have a vision, your husband your husband is the one with the vision. That means that if you never marry, you will never have a vision. That's why you see women wasting time, wasting their life away in Shiloh, saying that they are praying for husband. Instead of them to be thinking, what purpose? What can I add to this world? Who am I in this world? What is it? What benefit? What is it am I supposed to add to this world? A woman is not supposed to be even worried about kitchen. A young girl, I think it was Sheyi Law recently. I don't know how many of us saw Sheyi Law that somebody wrote, he posted a picture of his little daughter. I think she's about 4 years old, Tiwa. And then somebody went and commented that, oh, her husband is going to be a very happy man someday. So a 4-year-old child, it was Sheyi Law himself that had to attack that person that don't you dare. This is my daughter. Like, you have to say that. Why is it that when we look at the female child, we start thinking of her as this birth machine, this pregnant machine, this machine that's supposed to birth, that's just supposed to be pouring out children? Why do we disrespect the female child so much? A woman is not even supposed to be thinking of child. A girl is not even supposed to be thinking of child, children, husband, family. Our purpose in life should be, what is it that I'm supposed to achieve in this world? What is my purpose? What is it that God brought me to this world to be? What is it that I'm supposed to add to this life? What is it that, you hear women that, oh, their husband left them, they committed suicide or something of the magnitude, or a woman killed a man, because people have this mentality. They are living for others. They're not living to empty themselves. One of my friends once shared with me that he wants to die empty. He wants to pour everything out of him before he dies, because he doesn't want to take anything back to him to heaven. It doesn't matter whether he marries or whether he has children, whether he doesn't have children. The most important thing is, what can I pour? Women don't even know that they have a purpose. Women don't know they have a vision. They want.
Let me ask Topsy now.
It is the woman as well that is also failing herself.
So we are the problem. So Topsy, let me come back to you, Topsy, because you have done a lot of research around women. There are some women that are not in this state of being abused, being subservient. There are women who have done well. I heard you talking about. I have seen women who have done well. I've seen women who have stood out. What is it about those women, and how can we women be able to be like this little 0.01% of the women who knew from and who knew from early age, I am a woman, I'm different, I'm not going to follow the norm, I'm not going to follow the tradition, I'm not going to go that way, I want to be different. What is it about these women, Topsy? What is that secret about them?
Okay. Oh, thank you so much once again. I want to say that to every woman, before I answer that question, to every woman who is fighting for the right of a woman. Let's say, for example, a woman was abused, and or she, somebody took advantage of her emotionally or something, and you go all out to say, no, let's fight, all women come, let's nail this person to let's nail the man to the cross. But when this same set of women, come to say, let's nail culture to the cross. Let's nail traditions that are abusing women to the cross. And you who once said, let's nail a man who took advantage of our sister, either emotionally or physically or whatever, you are saying, no, it is our culture, let's hold on to it. You are a hypocrite. Because there's no difference. If culture abuses a woman, tradition abuses a woman, a human being abuses a woman, it's the same thing. We should all say no to any form of abuse. Wherever it's coming from, if it's religion, let's refuse it. If it's tradition, we refuse it. If it's culture, we refuse it. If it's coming from another human being, we refuse it. That is how to stand for truth and truth alone. If you say you are standing for the truth and defending the right of women, then you have to go all out to say no to every aspect. Don't select where to stand and where not to stand. You will be a hypocrite if you do that. Now, women who refuse to be held bound by culture, by tradition, by religion, and thereabout, there were women who influenced their word, were women who transformed their word. Somebody like Patricia Batts, the first woman doctor in the history of the world. They told her that women cannot study medicine. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about a place as developed as the Western world. But she was told that she was not supposed to become a doctor, because that role, just like Sister Choma was saying, is meant for women, but it's meant for men. But do you know why? What inspired her to go into that aspect was because her friend was sick, and the friend was feeling uncomfortable being treated by a male doctor. She said she went to visit her friend. The friend was saying, oh, I wish I'm being treated by a female doctor. Because women, there's a way we relate to each other. We can pour out our secrets, our body, be free to open all our part of body, because we feel that we are the same. So Patricia was touched by that statement, and she went into medicine. And when she got there, she was rejected by different schools. Almost 29 schools rejected her, but she never gave up until only one school that accepted her. They were thinking that she has nothing to offer. Do you know she came out as one of the best students? She even won several awards. She went ahead. She wanted to work. They refused her still, even after graduation. The woman, you know what she did? She went to open her own clinic and began to treat people for free. She began to treat people for free. She began to help people. She began to win award for her humanity services. When we talk about the role of women in society, I don't see a particular definition or a particular role attached to woman. It's endless. The world belongs to the woman. The world belongs to women. If you believe, if you know, if you understand who you are, if you have discovered purpose, the sky is too small for you, man, because you were brought to this earth to dominate, replenish, recreate, because Christ created, then you are to recreate, you are to replenish, exploit, dominate. Come on, go there. Bring that change that you were born to bring into this world. Don't allow yourself to be, subjected by any form of religion, culture, or humans. That's why statements like no matter what a woman becomes, without the man, she's not complete.
Not
It
complete.
drives me crazy. Are you okay? Are you mad? For you to make that statement, it means that you are ignorant as a man. For you
Right.
to open your mouth to say that a woman is not complete, no matter what she achieves on earth, until she gets linked to a man or get married to a man, it means, it shows how much of ignorance runs inside your brain, and because
Yeah.
you've not been
It's
able
like,
to understand that
as
the
a
woman.
gift, you can put it the other way
Yeah,
around. If imagine say,
yes.
if no matter what a man achieves, without a woman is not complete.
How many?
Okay.
That is it. They will not even agree. They will not allow women to say a thing like that. But they always want to allow the man to say, "Oh, I am this. Oh, I'm that." And without you, you cannot be nothing. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Look at what she's doing in South Africa. The school she built in South Africa. Do you know how many million people that she's helping every year? Like how many? That school is a practical school that women, and this school is just for the girl child. Oh, I love that woman, Oprah. God bless her. She is investing her time. She is not married.
No.
And I'm asking men is that, do you think when we get to heaven, Jesus will say, "Hey, Oprah Winfrey, come this way. No reward for you because you did not get married. Hey, Sister Topsy, come this way. Come and take a special reward because you got married." And
Right.
that is trash.
Okay.
That
Right.
is nonsense.
Let's come down. Let's come down to Choma. Choma lives in Nigeria. Choma has a first-hand information what's happening. Choma, we're coming back to you now. What do you think this craze about, women are the ones abused in all these churches. Women are the one drinking the oil. Women are the one being beaten by chairs. Women are the one having spirit husbands. Women are the one being possessed. What is the craze? What is driving us mad? What is driving us to abuse? I mean, you are living in Nigeria. What is driving the women? Is it that we've completely lost ourselves? What is driving us?
I think the problem of the woman in Nigeria is the way we are raised. The information, that our parents, give to us, the way the Nigerian girl child has been indoctrinated to accept that she's nothing without a man. I remember the time I was going to go for a further degree. My father told me that I'm going to have my further degree in my husband's house if he approves of it. You can imagine, now I have not gone to school. In this same country where I live, there are girls that are not sent to school. My mom told me how they went to school. Their mom practically fought for their education because her parents, their father had died. The man's brothers refused to encourage her for the girls to go to school. It was a problem. They were fighting her. So the problem of the Nigerian girl is that she has accepted that she's nothing without husband. She's not of value without a man. You enter a vehicle, maybe a public vehicle, and you, just like Sister Elizabeth said, a woman joins the conversation and they'll say, that's why nobody wants to marry you. See how she's even talking. So when a woman expresses her opinion, she's seen as arrogant. She's seen as rude, but you're just being yourself because God has given us different personalities. And you cannot change yourself because you want to, I don't conform to the society that they created for you that a woman represents. That timid personality, that one that should be seen only, not heard. The Nigerian woman, the woman that is good, is that woman who never complains, who doesn't say any word, anything that she's just, oh yes, oh my Lord, Master. You're always, everything the men say is correct. You don't oppose, you don't ask questions. So this is the problem of the woman, the Nigerian woman, the African woman. We need to re-educate the minds of women, young girls. We need to get our parents, the new generation parents, to train their daughters differently. We need to teach the girl child that you are here, you have so much in you. Now look at the example that Sister Topsy gave of Oprah. The passion in her to help the future generation. Our women, our young girls are using their passion just to raise their own children. Do you know that by extension, that same passion that you are giving to and use it to train millions of other people? Are you around today, oh woman listening to this program, and they have called you barren? Do you not even barren? Is a definition of one who does not understand her purpose. Yes, they said you cannot produce babies, but you can other children out there. You can go and add to them. God said to us when He told us to be fruitful, to multiply, go and replenish the existing ones. Part of this population that has not received life, go, you can have your own. So we need to change the information, the content in the mind of the girl child, and in Africa, in all of.
Right. I'll ask Sister Elizabeth. I think her internet has problem. Elizabeth, I want to ask you a question. While she was talking,
in fact, I'm even talking not even now. Let's even go to the educated people. Do you know that some first class brains have been stopped from working by their husbands? And they're not even speak up about these things. I know young ladies have told her you can't practice. How much is your salary? I want to put you on a salary. So you just sit down, your work is and do the house chores, pick up the children from school. These are girls that graduated from schools with first class. So they are doing it from one country to another in the name of an oil. This is what's happening to our young girls. We need to change the content in the mind of the girl child to see that, we're actually the problem of this world. I think that women have failed this world. I think that the society has enabled the woman to fail our world. We are failing our world when we are producing, we are adding to the population, but we are not helping to replenish it. We are just growing the numbers. Nigeria is not.
Let me stop you there, Chota. And I want to go to Elizabeth to tell us now. You talked about educating the young girl, right? And the young girl is under another woman who is her mother. And this I see like a ripple effect. So I'm a mother, I'm already a slave, I don't know who I am. I'm raising another young woman who I'm going to transfer my fears and my abuse and my mentality onto, and that one will grow up also thinking her place is in the kitchen and keep transferring this same mentality. How do we stop the chain? Because it's a place of the woman. How do we stop that chain?
Okay. I think this is the question that I'm going to ask the mother. This is the question for every woman watching, for every parent watching. This is the question I want those parents with the already consumed mentality that a woman's place is in the kitchen and the other. This is the question I want them to ask themselves. Which is more important, marriage or purpose? If the answer to that question is purpose, if purpose and marriage, is that Chioma once mentioned about finding the balance. You Dr. Heidi, you talked about it once as well, that as a woman, especially when you have a family, when you're already in the family, there's the importance of finding the balance with the family and finding the balance with life, with your purpose, because both of them are important. Yeah. But the thing is, as a young girl, the most important thing for a young girl to know is that purpose should be far more elevated than marriage. Now, if purpose is far more important than marriage, then why is marriage elevated? In the African home now is at the moment like this. Marriage is here, purpose is here. Now, the mothers are telling the daughters what they know. They are informing. The thing is, I'm sorry, but empty can only produce empty.
Yeah.
Empty. If you're empty, if you don't have comfort, how do you want to give comfort? If you don't love. How do you want to give love? What you don't have, you can't give. Go and get the wisdom. Do yourself a favor. It's never too late. This DSA, Dr. Sunday Dele wrote a book called How to Regain Your Lost Years. We need to, mothers, parents, all people need to go and read that book. They need to go and start understanding that you can regain, they can get, look, not having wisdom is nothing of shame, but get it. The Bible says get it and get understanding too. Get it. Don't be afraid. So that when you're passing on, I'm sorry, but it's funny that parents don't understand that the things that work in today's world is not going to work 20 years from now. They don't understand that things that work today is not going to work 40. I'm sorry, but if we continue in this line of teaching our girls the same thing we have been teaching ourselves, 20 years from now, do you know what's going to happen? Girls are not going to marry again. And it's going to be a shock to the world. The girls are just going to start regressing. They're just going to say, we're not interested because the men you're raising now, the men, look, one of my friends told me that marrying, I saw her the other day, she just had a son. She was telling me about her husband. She said it felt like she was raising the man when he was as if they gave her a child to raise when she got married. This girl she has never had a single day to smile. The mothers are telling them the wrong thing. I have another friend as well. The mom is the one that is pushing her. It is constantly a mother, that is constantly pushing her. It's the mother that pushed her into her first relationship, that, things didn't end up well in that one. Now the mother is pushing her into another one now. And it's like, okay, my mother is pushing me. At the end of the day, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of person that nobody can push me into it. I always say to my parents, and they can bear me witness, if they're watching this, my dad is probably watching. I always say to them that, look, don't put any of your eggs in my basket. Take your eggs and break them. Don't expect things from me in life, because when you do that, you have to understand that I came from you. I don't belong to you. I am your child, but in this life, you have to allow me make my decisions and make my mistakes. You have to teach me the value of life. My dad taught me how to be independent, how to be a strong woman. I always say to people, like, I don't think dads like my dad exist in the world, and not to show off, but that is the way it's supposed to be. Like, mothers, fathers, we are supposed to be teaching our children how to be strong. Teach our daughters how to be independent. Don't tell them to rely on a man. I remember when I was growing up when I was like year 10 or something, my dad used to be like, he would call me to the room and be like, Elizabeth, that printer is broken. You fix it. Instead of calling my brother, I have a brother that I can call and say, Chris, the TV is not working. Whenever something technical is not working in the house, I have to figure it out. I have to fix the TV. I have to fix the printers. I have to fix those little technical stuff. My dad would never say, oh, this job belongs to a guy, this job belongs to a girl. There's no such thing in our house. The toilet needs washing. Chris, go and wash the toilet. Your sister is sleeping. My dad would be like, clothes needs washing. My dad would come into my room, grab all my duvets in my room and be like, Elizabeth, take off your duvet. My dad would go and wash them himself. That is the way. There's no role for a man. There's no role
so you're saying
that's what mothers need to teach.
Yeah, Elizabeth, so you're saying that we have to wake up as parents. We have to wake up and stop this separation. He's a man now, leave him alone. That here this thing is getting me upset. Like, he's a boy, leave him to sleep. You are a girl, wake up and go and start cleaning the house. Oh, he's a boy, he's your brother, allow him. You faithful to your brother and save your brother. What are you trying to teach the girl child? What are you trying to make her feel like a slave, like less of a human? Topsy, help me here, because you're more of less of a woman. What are we trying to do? Help me here. Why would a mother tell a young girl, oh, take food to your brother? Hey, you're not done this for your brother. Your brother, you have to clean the house. Your brother is a man. He's a man, you're a woman. Where did this statement come from?
It is ignorance. It's from the ancients, ignorance that have been running over, over the years. That's what has passed down to the generation where she finds herself. So it's like she does not even feel any iota of guilt, or feeling that she's doing anything wrong. She's doing it with all boldness, thinking that that is how it's supposed to be, because that is how it has been. So she's feeling that I can't be wrong. My grandmother did it to my mother. My mother did it to her. So it just has to continue. So I have to do it to my children, and I'm expecting my children to do it until their next generation. You know, so that is just how she has been raised, what society have told her, that you know, who is who and who is not, because society have elevated the man above the woman. They've told us that our place is, you know, just serving tables and making babies. We just take care of the house, and you know, that's our place. That's why you see some parents with all boldness will tell you that they don't have time to train the female children when it comes to education. They don't train her in education because she will end up becoming, you know,
Someone's wife.
somebody else's wife. The man will feel like his investment is going to be of waste. You know, do you know that even now some parents train their girl child in university because of the bride price? Because the bride price of the graduate is higher than the bride price of an illiterate. So it's still investment strategy. It's still investment strategy. So if you come, they take this, and the one shocking thing, even if you are a graduate, you are a master degree holder, your bride price is different from a PhD holder as a woman. So every level you attain that your father ever puts you through is what your husband will pay for.
So you are good. You are a product. You're not a human being.
You are a material, and that is some women are saying no. Let's say no to all this trash. And somebody say no, it's our culture. No, it's our tradition. Let's keep it. That is nonsense. This is nonsense. So ignorant that they have been passed on to her. That is what she's still ruling with. But do you know, my advice to every single lady out there is that it is time for you to start unlearning what you have learned over the years. Some of the things you learned from your parents, that is not how it's supposed to be. See, Jesus made us in the book of Genesis 1:26. If you read it, you will see equality, how it was from the beginning. He said, let them rule over the earth. Let them dominate. Come on. That is equality. Jesus made everything equal. He said he made them male and female. He gave everything they need to, you know, make the world a better place for themselves. But you know what? After the fall of man, you know, man now gave the woman a role. That this is your place. And that is how it has been. And women have been, you know, they've accepted, they've embraced it, and they've been living with it. And they say, this is our place. That's why when you are telling some women, no, that is not how it was from the beginning. Now, because redemption has come, we are supposed to return to the beginning. How it was from the beginning. You know, freedom has come. You know, he has paid the price. So why am I still put under bondage? If the idea was the way it was from the beginning, let's bring it back to the way it was. Let's bring it back. So woman, get to seek for knowledge. In fact, crave knowledge. If there's anything you should look for is start reading. Start exploring yourself. Start reading as many materials as possible. Get into knowing God for yourself, because He's going to reveal too many things that religion cannot teach you. Culture cannot teach you. Tradition cannot teach you.
Mama, I'm coming to you because I know you guys are loaded, and I have to control I have to. Choma, I'm coming to you now. I mean, she said she's made a lot of points. Choma, I always come back to you because you live among them. We've left. Sometimes people will say, well, why are you talking about, you're not living in Nigeria? Why would you talk about, somebody mentioned something about poverty. He said poverty is a problem because some people are so poor that they, when they just see a rich man, they want to get married. Is poverty the cause of a woman not knowing her purpose? Do you think that, let me put the question right. Do you think that if I know who I am, that poverty can actually change who I am, or I will work myself out and make sure I go through that darkness into light? Do you think that poverty can really affect my thinking if I know who I am? I don't know if I put the question right. Is poverty the problem or ignorance? Let me put it that way.
Ignorance remains the problem. And this is where I will still go back to parenting. To everyone who is desiring to have a child, please, there is no point bringing any child into this world if you don't understand that your work as a parent is to help that child to understand their role in this world. This is the work of parenting. A child is not your property. It's not your personal property. Neither is it your inheritance. For men that are investing in children, their girl child, training them to PhD, training them as doctors, because you know that when dowry will be paid, you will retrieve back part of the money that you have put in them. Please, poverty is no reason why any young girl should sell herself for cheap. I would always advise every young girl, please, you don't have any business in any man's house if you've not understood your purpose.
Yeah.
If your parents are on your neck, they are ladies in their late 20s, they are worried, they keep on complaining, they are living in their parents' houses, when they go to their businesses or their work or whatever they are doing and they come back, everybody is asking them, so which day are you going? When is the man coming? Please, don't allow those pressures to push you into the wrong places. Because if you think that running into a man's home is going to save you from, I don't know, I don't even know what we are thinking when we think about marriage. Because when you still go into that man's house, you will realize that you are just an individual. The man has his business, he has his problem, you have your own. Mm-hmm. Your own will even become multiplied because now society is expecting you to start training him or raising him or preparing him or packaging him or doing all those things for him. Then while you're still doing that, babies are on the way. You are lost completely. So what I would say is that no one should allow the pressure, be it poverty or be it parents, be it voices, be it churches, be it your pastor, be it spirits that they have put on you that are not existent. Nothing should push us into this thing when we're not ready for it. Every young child, every girl, every parent owes it to their daughters, to their girls, to educate them on why they are here, to help them to find their path in life, and to train them to ensure that they are trained to the highest level of that field before they release them. This is the whole essence of parenting. And if you're not ready for it, there's no point. Just stay on your own. Don't even bother getting married because you are creating a lot of chaos in the world today. So this is what I have to say. Poverty is not a reason. It's not, and there's nothing like poverty. When you recognize yourself and who you are, you will find out that doors will start opening for you as you step into your path. Yeah. This is the way God made it. He said we should seek first his kingdom, and his kingdom is realizing your purpose, the very essence of your existence. And by the time you position yourself there and start working on that path, every other thing will be added to you. Even the husband will be added to you. The right kind of man will come your way. But what is your own? What is your name? Problem is yours, is your story, is your surname. If you run off and go and partner yourself with one man who you think has money and he brings you into his house, of course, he's going to tell you how to function because there's just a family as one property, just like every other thing he has in his house. Yeah. So, ladies, please, we need to, if our parents have not done this for us, we have to take that responsibility for ourselves, just like Sister Toti said, to begin to educate yourself, because that is the only way you're going to be fulfilled in this life. And I would want to say this in addition. All these things that we're trying to acquire, husband, babies, I want to announce to you that as there is a birthday, there is also a death day. On your death day, you're going to leave all these things are going to be separated from you. You're going to leave them behind. And in the end, what have you done with your life?
Nothing.
What have you achieved? You spend your whole life running around from pillar to post. They said this to you, they've done this to you, and you will see that you have just done nothing. You have wasted your whole life in this world. So we need to always have that at the back of our minds whenever we're doing anything or in the decisions that we are making.
I mean, Elizabeth, let me come back to you. We see celebrities, we see comedians, we see actors, actresses, we see preachers, even women preachers. The way they talk about women, the way they portray women, and young girls are following them on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on social media. We're watching them. Sometimes you look at them. I did a post yesterday and say, have you ever listened to somebody who is speaking with so much boldness, but he's speaking complete nonsense? You know, if the person is talking nonsense, but he's so bold and really speaking, and sometimes, you know, you just have to listen and be looking at the person. Are you all right? Is there anything going on in your head? But how can the society, how are we going to help the young girl? Because all around them, they see women who are displaying wealth of their husband. Meanwhile, because they're young, they don't know what they are going through. They are young. They're just seeing the outside. They're seeing the flashy cars. They're seeing this woman on pulpit saying, if you cannot give your husband a 1 million naira if he wants it, you are a colossal failure. And she's shaking her body. A young woman is sat there. Maybe she wanted to go to school. Maybe she wanted to learn a trade. She just sees herself as a failure. I can't do this. So I have to find a way to fit into society. How do we strike the balance? How can we help the young girl?
I think, you know, this problem is, I think it's one that needs to, we are in a revolution. You know, it says something that your mama said when she said that we are she said women are hot stuff right now. We are the hot stuff. We are the system. And if you look in America at the moment, somebody wrote on one of my posts yesterday that you know, this idea that women are shouting rape in America, like, you know, a man must not ever touch a woman now, sexual abuse, you know. And I said to him that, do you not understand that any great change that any great nation has ever brought about always starts with a war? They always break into a war, either protesting, civil war, either, you know, somebody has to be shot. It becomes the issue at hand. It becomes the issue of the moment. Because that is how you target a big problem and you nip it at the bud. You don't go to the surface level. Like I was saying, you don't go to, you see, saying to Nigerians at the moment, saying that I want to get rid of violence against women. It's like, for me, it's mediocrity. It's just jokes. It's comedy. You want to get rid of violence against women, but rather you don't want to talk about bride price. You cannot go to the surface. If a house is like this, and you say, okay, let's just remove a few bricks. Let's just remove a few bricks and just rearrange it. You're stupid. Because you're supposed to go back to the foundation. If you're building a house and the house is slanted, you still have the time to go back and straighten the house. It's about investment. It is investing time. It is investing wisdom, investing knowledge. We need to understand that we need to break into a wall. All these girls that say, no, I want to rely on a man to come and take care of me. It's a dependency mentality.
Yeah.
Our women suffer from what I call a dependency. Everybody has issues. I have issues. There are times I feel like, oh my God, I can't do it. Am I good enough? Oh, I'm not. Look, we all have to sit up. We have to understand that when you know who you are, when you know what your purpose is, women have never known. It is not comedy. We don't know. Women have never known from years how important they are. Women have never known about who they are. They have never known that they have a purpose, because women have always been properties. Women have always belonged to somebody. Women have always been used to exchange. Women have resulted into war. Their wars have broken out because of a woman. They have things that have happened over time, but women have never understood how valuable they are. Women have never understood what God has put inside of them, put within them. Look at that Gift was talking about Genesis chapter 126. The Bible talked about how God created mankind, and the Bible says male and female, he created them, and then he gave them and then he said that go and subdue the earth. God created mankind. He said male and female, He created them. We are one in the sight of God. People don't understand that there is an evolution story to the story of the man and the woman in the Bible. Over time, the woman was always belonging to somebody. Now, the thing is, we don't want to break out of that mindset. Women need to understand that it is our war. We need to break ourselves free. Whatever we want to achieve whatever America wants to achieve now, they break into a war. Whatever we want to achieve, we have to. It doesn't mean war in terms of fighting and killing. It means war in terms of a revolution. It means come out. Like, for example, how Martin Luther King came out. Martin Luther King, I've said in one of my videos, he went to prison 58 times. Look at the Philistines versus the Israelites. They were fighting against each other, and then eventually, even though the Israelites knew they didn't have what it takes to defeat, Goliath, was standing for. He was coming into their territory, constantly coming in and disrespecting the Israelites. But David, the underestimated idiot, everybody was like, we only told him to go and deliver food, though. His father only told him to go and deliver food. David is like, let me go up. He was telling Saul, let me go up against these guys. Brothers, he had two brothers. Their firstborn, was there. He had two brothers there that did not try it. He was this smoking, killing small boy that was tending to his father's flocks. He was saying, let me go and defeat. If David hadn't stepped forward, Israelites would not have had their victory. Women need to understand the power that they carry. We are the freedom to the liberation of Africa. We are the ones that carry what it takes to bring Africa to its sound mind. Africa don't have sound mind at the moment. And as long as the women remain in bondage, Africa remains in bondage. The whole of Africa is in jeopardy. Africa is in big, massive damage. Africa is in big problem. If your women, Michelle Obama once said that there's no nation that we ever truly develop when you are stifling the population, when you're stifling the ability of half of your citizens. You can what's it called? Is it the president of one country that he said that, I've forgotten his name, or it was something Secretary of State, I remember. He said that it is not your walls, it is not your buildings that defines how great you are. It is looking at the lives of your men and looking at the lives of your women. It is looking at their capacity for a woman to fully function to her goal. When a woman stands up now, I saw a video the other day, they're asking in the streets of Nigeria, do you think a woman can bring this economy to a goal? They're all saying, a woman doesn't have what it takes. Most of the people that were interviewed were women. The majority were women, because they already look down on themselves. Because they already think, I don't have what it takes. Because you don't have what it takes doesn't mean somebody else doesn't have what it takes. Doesn't mean somebody doesn't have the capacity. Doesn't mean somebody else doesn't possess what you don't know you possess. Many people lack an understanding of who they are. As long as people continue to remain in bondage, nothing will change. The most irritating groups of people I have seen in my entire life are women. I'm sorry, but women, y'all disgust me. Because the majority of people shouting to me and writing to me and saying to me that, I need to stop talking about bride price, they're women. Do you know that the majority of those supporting me and saying I don't like the idea are men? Okay, majority of them because they don't want to pay money. But the other half are saying that, why should I have to pay? The woman is not paying to get me. Why should I have to pay for somebody why should I have to pay to get somebody else? Are we not using our sound? We are not paying money to buy a man. And a man is coming to give our father money to buy us. You are
in India, women
offended by it.
In India, women pay money to buy a man.
And even with that, you know that because of that, in Nigeria, women are paid for. That makes the woman an object. That objectifies the woman. Now, in India, women pay the man. That subjectifies the man. So that makes the man a god over the woman. Nobody should be paying for anybody. Whether it is the man or it is woman, nobody should have to pay because it is the beauty of knowing that 1 + 1 = 1. It's the most beautiful realization, because there's one thing that nobody can pay money for, and it is love. It is understanding.
Elizabeth, there are some women who are at this point, they are adults who have, when you speak to them, they tell you, what can I do? What can I do? I don't know.
Generational mindset. That's what it is. There's no such thing as generational curse. It is generational mindset. They have brought their inability to fulfill themselves, to fill themselves up. You know what I was saying before? Get wisdom. get understanding. What we don't know, we hold on to. Because what we are afraid of, what we don't know. People are always afraid of the unknown. Like I've said before, like in churches now, for example, people come, DSS started talking about don't pay tithe. A lot of people started shouting, oh, he's blasphemous. He's taking us to hell. Jesus came to the earth, started talking about love, telling the Pharisees that, the law was made for man, not man for the law. You don't have to follow the law to a T. Be able to get out of the law. Look at things. Use things with your sound mind. They said Jesus was blaspheming. They called Jesus an hypocrite. They crucified him. DSA came out. They started crucifying him. People came out. People have been speaking. Sister Doctor, everyone, I'm sure in your
you are stubborn. You are stubborn. Topsy, you are a stubborn woman. You guys are stubborn because why are you stubborn? You are stubborn, you're rude, you are insolent.
Because you are going to hellfire, fear.
Because of the truth.
Because people are controlled by fear.
Because
fear of the unknown.
We are consumed by the
what
truth.
Will happen. Sister Gift shared. Sister Gift, can you please tell us that story you shared about the lady that you said that she has been writing something about, fathers, it's all about that if women are strong, if women are now bold, and something like if women are now bold.
Right, one second. There is something about women, like I see, because all these things you're saying, women are in the committee in church, women are in the committee when another woman is going to be banished. Women are in the committee of the marriage when they tell you what to do and what not to do. Yeah. Women are in the committee when they are deciding these things, like in the family. A girl child is asking the mother, but mom, like in the north, why do you want me to get married? Saying, shut up, my friend. Don't you know this is the tradition? Mothers are the one even intimidating the young girl. Now, this is a young girl growing with a mother. Topsy, I want you to be very reasonable here. This is a young girl growing with a mother. And if she's constantly fighting the mother, constantly saying, mom, no. The whole society, the church, everybody, one, they will say she's possessed. Two, they say she's very insolent. Three, they will say you are this insulting, disobedient child. So they push that voice back into the girl's body. They push her back into her shell. She cannot come out. And she grows with that fear. I don't want to speak. I don't want to say. I cannot say my mind. How do we handle that? How do we handle that, Topsy?
Okay, beautiful. I want that lady to stop the fights. It sounds crazy. You know why? Because you don't argue with a fool. There are some things the fool will never understand. If somebody is not knowledgeable, I'm sorry, I'm not calling the mother a fool. If the mother is ignorant, she will not understand where the girl is coming from. So the girl should not be intimidated by what her mother is saying to accept or agree or throw away the knowledge that she have come across. All she needs to do is to see her mother she should put her mother in a group of women who have been told who they should be, right? But what she will do is to keep seeking for knowledge, continue seeking for knowledge. With time, truth will start speaking for itself. Imagine if that girl continually seek for knowledge, and before you know it, becomes a voice, she's not verbally always yelling at people and stuff, but she goes on her laptop, her internet, gets a blog site and begin to blog her knowledge and begins to make research and put up stuff. And imagine
she doesn't have internet, she doesn't have computer, she doesn't have anything. She's in the village. She has nothing.
Okay, let's say she does not have internet. Now, what if let her go into equipping her passion, equipping her gift or her talent? You understand? Now, if she loves music, let her go to look for a way to train that part of her, because there are a lot of women out there, a lot of girls who have passion in different things, but the mother is saying, no, your place is in the kitchen, especially the northern part of Nigeria. When you marry, they put you in Kule, your husband put you in Kule, you're not to work, you're not to go out, you just sit at home, make babies for him and all that. Now, such woman need to start developing her talent and her gifting. If she's crafted, let her start doing something that with her hands, with time, she will be recognized either by the community or by the state where she lives. So let her start doing something with her hands. Let her start developing her gifts and her talents. It will pay. Hard work pays. Don't allow anybody intimidate you and make you abandon your passion and make you abandon your potentials, your gifts and your talents. Because if we actually embrace this aspect of life, we will only be endangering the whole society. Because every woman you deny of expressing her purpose or her potentials, you are denying a whole universe. Because that gift that you are seeing is a gift that was given to her by God to bless a community, a country, a nation, the society, the world as a whole. But if you are keeping her in bondage, you are keeping the whole world in bondage, because the people who are going to benefit from what she has, you are depriving them to benefit that stuff. So women, we need to wake up. Young girls, it is high time we stop blaming our parents and start looking inward to look for how we can bring out everything that we have inside of us. I said this thing a few days ago, that when you go on Instagram, for example, okay, look at Africa, look at how poor and we are, and the whole world is laughing at us, not because we don't have the resources, and human capacity, but because a lot of us who are potentials are wasting away. The 180 something or to close to 200 million people, only very few percent are actually doing something. Why won't we go into poverty? Go on social media and see women twerking, almost naked, begging celebrities, I want to sleep with you for one night. So all of that encompasses. These are women begging celebrity to have one night with them. No dignity, no self-worth, no nothing. She forgets that herself can rule a nation. She forgets that herself can be an inventor, an astronaut, a doctor. She can be anything that she wants to be, as long as she believes in her potentials and her passions and her abilities. But she's busy begging a celebrity that have worked hard to become a celebrity. She's working hard, begging a celebrity to sleep with him. If the celebrity never worked hard, he won't get there. It means that if you as a woman work hard, you can even be better than this celebrity.
The only thing I see with these people that call themselves celebrities, especially in Nigeria, is that they have some millions of naira and they drive some cars. Up here, complete empty.
Nothing. Absolutely
empty. How can I don't even know how to relate with them? Sometimes when you hear them talk, you are like, what is this? And the people that people are following, they're empty. How will they even impact your life?
You see 6 point something million followers. What are they offering? Nothing. You go on their Instagram world, they're smoking, drinking, showing off money, showing off cars. What are you learning from this person? Like begets like. So if 6 million to 10 million Nigerians or world are following this particular person, it means they are breeding that same kind of persons.
Exactly. Right. Let me come to Toma, because we have to round up.
Continue.
Yeah, now you guys should talk for 3 hours. We have to round up.
1 minute, just before you move on to the next person, I want to correct something I said earlier on. Elizabeth Blackwell was the first female doctor, and Patricia Bart was the first woman who invented Lasopho probe for treatment of cataracts. Right? So that's one thing I want to correct. And again, I want people to also go look for this book. I am a woman, I'm a human. Go get it as fast as possible. Yeah, just before I end. Now, some people will say we have been talking about purpose for women. Some people are asking, how then do we discover that purpose?
Yeah, we'll come to that.
Purpose is everywhere.
We'll come to that. I want Choma to say a little something, 1 minute, about the Nigerian girl child. Because I noticed that even while in secondary school, they are craving for things like iPhone 7, 8, 9, 10, Samsung 10, 11, 12. They're craving to they buy cars in their first year in university. They are craving for things that I always, where did this come from? How did it change? How did the status quo change? Because we're talking about poverty. I don't see it as poverty. I see it as people who are not ready to work hard, sacrifice, go through the process to get to success. They want to cut short, and then they will come on social media crying wolf. Oh, somebody's abusing me. How will somebody abuse you when you are not ready? I said to a woman recently, I said, until you are ready to sell groundnut on the street, you will never get your self-respect. Until you're ready to cook and sell moi moi and hawk on the streets, you are not ready to get your respect. If you're sitting down and waiting for a man to give you handout all the time, you are going to continue to be abused. No woman, those women are not ready to go out there and be a woman and say, no matter what, I'm going to fend for myself. Because without you being yourself dependent, no independent, knowing who you are at risk of being abused. You're at risk of being used. This is what women, I want to ask Tom, please. What is this craze about young girls? They want to wear the latest Gucci that I don't even wear them. I don't care about them. They want to wear the latest Gucci. They want to have the latest handbag. Is this also fulfilling purpose? What is the craze? Why are they not focusing on what is important?
Yes, for the Nigerian girl, the problem still remains ignorance, okay? Nobody has taught a girl that she is already endowed. Even the Gucci, even the dress, the cars, and all those things that they desire, they can bring these things out with their own hands if they can learn to work hard. So the problem is that ignorance, which goes back to how that young girl is being raised. The environment, the environment there has been polluted with the wrong information. Just like what Sister Topsy is saying, look at this people on Instagram, they don't have anything to offer. And these are the people that these girls are looking up to. They think that these things are the real things. These are the things that give them value. But your value does not come from those things you're wearing or by wearing designer clothes. And there was one advice my mom gave me as a young child. When I was going to the university, she was dropping me off at the park. She told me, see, when you go to school, face your mistakes. The good things of life, she said it in my dialect, but I translated. The good things of life don't finish. The good things of life. So you see that latest iPhone, that you're craving for today. In another 2 years, a latest model will come out. So if you have bought that one, I remember when the phone they call Touchlight. I don't know how many people ever use that phone. Phone has gone through different levels and models. People that bought Touchlight phone, I'm sure when they bought it, they felt very cool with themselves. Oh, right now I have a phone, I have a mobile phone. But today, if you bring out that phone, people are going to laugh at you. Because better phones have come out. So that is the way it is with life. There is no point running after these things that keep changing. What is more important is your content. Every young girl listening to this video, every parent, what you need to understand is that you need to put the right content in your child. We need to give them the right information and education about who they are and encourage them to harness their potentials, their uniqueness, because these things that are within them are the things that they can use if they like. When they start making all the money, they can go and invest it in the latest cars and buy all those things if that is what they really want to do. But there is really no reason why anyone should think that theirs is to follow the ones that are making the money and they cannot do these things by themselves. If you work hard, you will get the money. Those people that have made that money, they don't have more than one head. You have one head just like them. God already gave you the same brain that they have. So what we need to do is to develop the content in the girl child. She needs to take that responsibility for herself if she's in an environment where the parents are ignorant. Back to what Sister Topsy says, we need to read. You need to read. You need to go out of your way to invest in books and materials and resources. Yes, you may say you don't have the internet, but there are books. There are books available that you can buy and read and educate your mind. And you will see that when you start giving yourself the right content, it will change your circle. Your circle will change. You will
Mhm.
start moving towards the right people. And as you start, moving towards these people, doors will start opening for
Yeah.
you. There are opportunities out there for women. The whole world is focusing on women right now. This is the time for women. But if you haven't developed yourself, you can't take advantage of these opportunities. I don't know how many people are aware of what Tony Elumeli is doing every year. Tony is sharing $5,000 to both female and male entrepreneurs. But even right now, he's focusing more on women. A larger percentage of the money he's giving is more to the women, not just Tony. So many opportunities. The banks are looking for people that are serious with what they're doing to commit money to them, because right now the world has seen that women, we are not utilized as much as we should, and the focus is now on us. So this is our time, women, and we don't have anything holding us back. So let's all
Thank
move
you.
out.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Elizabeth, your last words.
Uh,
1 minute. 1 minute.
my system is acting up, so let me just
Right,
say,
okay. Talk to your
let
last
me just,
word.
sorry, let me just say one thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, is it okay? Yeah. Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yes.
I okay. So basically, my last words is I always say to people is that like I always say to my friends is that our parents are under more pressure than we are. You know, before I got married, I used to say to myself that our parents, they have friends that have children. They have, they have grandchildren. Their friends have like 25 grandchildren, and they don't, especially when, maybe they don't have much of their own and they want to show you off. They like to show off to their friends. Don't fall a victim. Don't let your parents be your, don't say, "Oh, because of my parents I made the wrong mistake." Don't end up with regret. Don't In fact, I feel like it's an excuse. It's not your parents, it is you. That somebody once said to me, it's not their parents, it is them. But me, I keep using the word parent because I understand, I haven't been there, how parents can influence us. So let's not let the environment influence us. So that's one. Parents, be careful you listen to. Sister, the Dr. Ali was saying before that some pastors will be preaching rubbish with confidence. They'll be telling you rubbish and they're so bold about it because there's a lot of junks in there. Somebody needs to flush themselves out. They need to reorientate themselves. They need to cleanse themselves, and they are coming to you to give you advice. How could the blind lead the blind? So you can't get information. You have to know where you're getting information from. Sometimes the church might not even be the place to go. Look outside, get some information. People look down on people like Oprah Winfrey. These are the people that people should be listening to. Some that Gifts was saying about how she has like schools. Oprah Winfrey recently wrote a book, and then the all proceed is gonna go to that school. Everything that she does, go to people, read about life. She just wrote a book about something, finding the path. Read those books, get information from out there. Don't fall a victim to your circumstance. Don't fall a victim to your parent. Don't fall a victim to culture. Don't fall a victim, and dare to be different. Dare to be the woman that is the a mad, angry woman. Dare to be the bold black woman, the bold white woman. Dare to be different. Dare to be the bold Asian woman that gets. It starts with me. I am not going to be a mommy to a 40-year-old man. I'm not going to be a mommy to a 30-year-old man. It is not your job as a woman to take on everybody. You
Right.
are
Thank
in it.
you so much. I said 1 minute. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Sorry, Dr. Ivy. That's my
Thank
last.
you so much. Topsy, 1 minute. Last words. 1 minute.
Okay, my last word would be that women should seek for knowledge, and because this knowledge will help you know who you should even get married to, if you even want to get married. And then if you should women should do work hard to discover themselves, and if they do discover themselves, they should work hard and work fast, because time has gone. Because of the things we've been battling with, we didn't know ourselves all the while. We've wasted a lot of time. So work fast, work hard, and work fast, so that you can achieve what you were brought here for. And again, one last thing is that women envy women, jealous women, hate women, wish to be like another woman because they don't know who they are. If I know who I am, I will not be envying you or trying to kill you to take your place.
Yes.
I'll not be working hard to struggle to take your husband
Yes.
because you people are doing well. I won't, but what I would do, I would develop myself, because in me is a nation, is a solution, is a president. That if your husband is a president or you are a president and I'm wishing to be the wife of a president, if I develop myself, I am a president in the making.
Yes.
So if women understand who they are and the potentials God has given to them, they will not be bothered, who is who and who is not who. There will be peace. No woman will be hustling to, harm another woman or, collect some money and see her husband.
We won't be working together
Yes.
to improve ourselves. We won't
be a better place
together to make sure that we are together and we're working together with another woman who has been abused. We should collectively rally around that woman and raise her up instead of abusing her and saying she's a bad woman, she's disrespectful, that's why her husband is treating her that way. And I want to say my last words. Tom, I don't know if you have anything to say, or should I end it?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Right. My last word is, woman, know who you are. When you know your purpose, align to your purpose, everything we've talked about here will begin to align to that purpose. The key, the core of the whole matter is we don't know who we are. Know who you are, know yourself so much, even the people, your friends will align to your purpose. Your companion, the people, the career, everything will align to what you love to do. And you will have the same people thinking the same way, coming your way. You will not be mixing and matching things. You will have a purpose. You will focus on what you're doing. If you see somebody coming to you like a man, you know this person is completely opposite what you represent. You can't even stand such people. But when you don't know who you are, everything that is flying about, you want to copy. You want to copy this one. You want to copy Mrs. A. You want to take Mrs. B's husband.
Yeah.
You want to go for prayer for deliverance. They say you have spirit husband. They say I have spirit husband. They say I'm not good enough. They say. What do you say about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
What have you said about yourself? Who are you? What is your role in the society? Why were you created by God? That is why we're here today. And Topsy have written a book. She's got it up there now. Her book is I'm a woman, I am human. That book is good for a woman who wants to start reading, to know who she is. That book is good for her. So it's good for you. So you can get it on Amazon or Okada. Every one of us, Elizabeth has a platform. Choma talks a lot about a lot of experiences she gets. Please get in touch with every woman out there doing marvelous work. If you have any issues, get in touch with somebody. Not every woman can help you. Look for any woman you see, you monitor, you follow, and say, okay, I can share my problem with this woman. And see if there's a way we all can come together and help you. It's all one. We're all one. There's no division. There is no envy. There is no bitterness. There's no need to be. We have to work together as one. Thank you so much, ladies, for having this time for us to talk together. I'm really, really proud of you all. I'm really grateful that we're here. Thank you, everyone on the platform. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, everyone. I've seen you all. Please help us share the video. Help us put it out there to mostly African women, Nigerian women, children, girl child, anybody you know that need it. Please put it out there. And the last one is men. Help us support the women. Help them to achieve their goals. Some of them are already in your house. They've completely lost who they are. You can also help them. You can support them. You can speak to them. Train your male children. Let them not come and continue this roller coaster of thinking that they are better than other people. Thank you so much for all of you for coming. Thank you. And that's it for today. I think Topsy talked about finding purpose and solution. We can find time to do that some other time.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And God bless you all. Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.